Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Stevie and Shaka with me. Stevie, what's the fuss with the Guard of Honour? Would Stevie have given Manchester United one in his days? This is because City will give Liverpool a Guard of Honour when they face off in the Premier League next.
Only because you had to. I believe, I'm trying to remember, we actually got a Guard of Honour early in the 80s, but it wasn't, it was just a nice clap either side of us.
Well,
very
exactly
gentlemanlike. No, there's not. There's different types of Guards of Honour.
No, there's not.
You can make a tunnel and... Aye, there is.
So your one was claps either side, yes? What other types are there?
Well, you can get those ones that are like that. They'll cover your head and you go through the tunnel.
What with the swords? Right, boys, here we go. What could possibly go wrong?
Do you know what? I was away with it. Do you know what I was thinking about there? I don't know why, but I was thinking about a wedding.
Yes, yeah. I don't think this is a wedding.
Anyway. Yeah, fair enough.
Good. Has Bruno Fernandes been the best midfielder in the world since the restart of all the leagues, Shaka?
The best midfielder in the world. We're going with.
Yep.
We're just going to skip over best midfielder in the Premier League, which even that's debatable given the kind of form that Kevin De Bruyne has been in. We're just going to skip past all that and go to best midfielder in the world.
Boom.
Okay, Frankie. Okay, Frankie McManaman. If that's where we're going, you've made it easy. No. He's been good, but not the best in the world.
You know the next question, Shaka.
What?
Who's been better?
Kevin De Bruyne, just for starters. Do I need to list more? I'm not.
Stevie, you were saying that you think he is the best in the world.
Oh, there's
Dad,
the clever clubs coming back.
When you try not to laugh. It tells
Well, let me tell you something. I don't think there's an argument that he's been more influential. There's not been a more influential midfielder in world football since the restart. I don't think that's in question. Whether he's the best or not is up for debate, but influential? Look at Man United now to where they were.
What was the hardest tackle they've ever taken, and who was it from? Good question.
Easy peasy.
Go on, Stevie.
I got my jaw broken in two places. Playing Norwich in a Super Cup. It was called a Super Cup competition, which was supposed to replace the top sides getting banned from Europe. I think we're talking 86 it was, yeah. So we set up at half time and it was Norwich had the kick off, and back then they would stick the centre forward away out wide, stand on the full back and just try and smash into him and head the ball back towards goal. And of course I've called Matt Lawrenson over because I saw the Norwich guy, I can't remember his name right now, coming across, and I went, Lauro, and he's like, yeah, right. Because it was a freezing cold midweek game. There was nobody there. Anyway, the ball got stuck in the air. So Muggins me, eye on the ball, go to header it. Kevin Drinkle it was. Kevin Drinkle just hit me from the side. I'm looking straight ahead. He hit me right from the side, smashed me. I broke my jaw there and I broke it down the middle.
You wrote about
that was an easy question to answer.
You wrote about this in your book, didn't you, Steve? It was Roy Evans, the physio.
Well, the great thing is back then the medical staff we had were absolute top notch, world renowned at hitting you in the face with a sponge and telling you to get on with it, and that's exactly what happened. Roy Evans came across, hit me in the face with a sponge. It was cold enough. Looked at me. He said, "Told me to stand up." I stood up. He went like that. "Oh, I think it's your teeth. We'll get you. Don't worry about it. On you go. Carry on." And off he trotted. I played the rest of the game. Scary.
You played the rest of the game?
I played the rest of the game, yeah. I played the second half with a broken jaw in two places.
And then obviously you had to have it kind of sealed shut. Did you put shepherd's pie in the blender? How did you get shepherd's pie there? Sure, like
Well, yeah. Well, I get completely wired up. So generally, when you get wired up, you tend to lose weight.
right.
I think I'm the only person that was exactly the same weight when I got the wires taken out as when they were put in. Because I just used to blend everything. I blended fish and chips. I blended scrambled egg and toast and beans.
Oh.
I mean, you name it. Shepherd's pie. I blended it and just down it went. So I never lost a pound. Never lost anything.
Lovely. Is that when you went to see the doctor at 9 a.m. in the morning and he offered you a whiskey? Oh, is that a different story?
Say that again?
Didn't the club doctor offer you a whiskey at 9 a.m. in the morning when you went round to his house? Or did I made that up?
Oh, that was, yeah. No, what happened was, I was playing for Scotland in midweek. We were playing, I believe it was Cyprus. And I had to come off after like 15 minutes. I had a pain right in my chest above my heart. I had no idea what it was. I couldn't run properly. So I come off and I didn't get back. We were travelling to Dundee on the Friday for a testimonial. We were going Friday morning and I didn't get back from Cyprus with Scotland till Thursday night. So I called Kenny and said, look, I've got this problem, I don't know what it is. And he went, right, we'll take you around the doctor Friday morning and then you can have a look. So we get round the docks, who lived round the corner of Anfield. Now, you're talking about, he was about 73 years old by this stage. And he still had his jammies and his house coat on and his slippers. And we come in, he sits in the front room, yeah, and he sits down, he starts talking away as if we were coming round to visit him. As if I had no idea why we were there. And then he turns round to Ronnie and Roy and says, would you like a little? And they were like, no. No, it's a little early. Went, okay. What seems to be the problem? And that was it. And he went, you'll be all right. And I went to Dundee on the bus.
Brilliant. Oh, man.
I could have collapsed on the bus. I mean, you're talking about top-notch medical staff we had. Actually, Dan, I've just remembered, I'll be quick. The one I think you're thinking about is the one with Gary Gillespie and Nigel Spackman on a Wednesday night before the cup final on the Saturday. Smashed heads in the first half and both of them split their heads open. So they got bandaged up so they could finish the half. They go in at half time. Now the two of them are lying on the two treatment tables and they need stitched up. So the doctor gets in, and this was the doctor's son, this was the other one, this was a few years later, so the doctor's son has now taken over. And they're in the room, and the doctor touches him and said, go and get me a whiskey. So the two lads thought, oh, they must be giving us the whiskey for the pain or something, I don't know what that was. Anyway, came back down, had the whiskey, and he went like that, whoomp, threw it down, and then off he went and started stitching the two of them up. And I'll tell you what, you want to see the scars they've got. I think there was more than one whiskey in it. Oh, what a mess.
Top-notch medical care at Liverpool Football Club.
Oh, seriously.
Hold on, it's not just Liverpool. I think everybody can tell those stories. I'll tell a couple of my own here. I played at Reading. We had a guy on loan from QPR. I can't remember his name now. Gets a bad tackle about 15 minutes to go. Physio comes on. Physio is John Hazelden. Applies your magic sponge. Tells him to keep playing. He comes off, says, Doc, my leg's really killing me here. He's like, he inspected him. Told him just put some ice on it for half an hour and you'll be fine. We had a midweek game. He goes back to QPR. They send him for an x-ray. He broke his fibula. His leg was broken. And he played on for 15 minutes.
Oh my, where did they find these people?
This was our full-time physio. And then talking about doctors and stitches and having a few drinks. At Newcastle, we had a doctor who was known to have a tipple or two himself during the game. And then one game, I'm trying to remember which one, Robbie Elliott comes off with a big gash on his forehead. The doctor proceeds to put 7 stitches in it. Next morning, Robbie Elliott wakes up, half the scar is open. 3 of the stitches missed. 3 of these stitches.
No.
He missed his scar.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God. He had to go back next morning, he had to go into the hospital and have it properly stitched.
They sound like cartoon characters.
Ah, goodness me, I'm
Honestly.
sweating.
Hey, that's only. By the way, you think about it, Dan.
Yeah.
We're only talking. There's only me and Shaka. That's just 2 players. You think how many players back then were playing and getting that sort of treatment? Scary. I've got a mate of mine, John McGregor. He played for Rangers, but this didn't happen when he was at Rangers because there was a court case. He actually can't walk straight now. His leg's actually bent because he hurt his knee in the first half, came off, and whoever the physio was took him into dressing rooms, put him in the bath and filled it with cold water and gave him a hose and said, right, hold that on your leg. Now John was in severe pain, by the way. This was during the first half. John sat in there till the game was over. And then the guy didn't come back to him till after the game was over. He was sat in a bath. And then, anyway, eventually when he actually did take him back through to the treatment room after everybody had gone after the game, he just bandaged him up. Anyway, as I said, John ended up, all his ligaments were all snapped and everything. What a mess. Wow. And because it's taken so long, he actually can't walk straight now. He's got actually a bend in his knee. And a bend in his leg. He can't straighten his leg up.
Right. Away from tales of terrible
millions
doctors.
of these.
Stevie, if Real Madrid do La Liga and the Champions League double, surely Sergio Ramos for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, right. Well, I tell you, hey, it will come as no surprise to anybody that follows Ramos that he can't play in the next Champions League game because guess what? He got a red card. There's a shot.
What's more difficult? What's more difficult, Shaka? Goalkeeping or defending?
Goalkeeping is the most difficult position.
Oh, goalkeeping!
Takes a specialist. Takes a specialist to perform.
Goalkeeping?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, goalies. Yeah.
Anybody can be a defender.
Yeah. Goalkeeping's more difficult, Stevie.
Yeah. Anybody can be a defender, but you've got to be an idiot to be a goalkeeper. There you go.
Okay, that is it. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll be back tomorrow for more anecdotes of terrible
Oh, remember
doctors.
another one? I'm only kidding.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.